Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is of course Tuesday, which means another Spotlight Hour live stream, which we always love doing a Spotlight Hour live stream. And tonight it's hopefully going to be okay weather-wise tonight. It's a little bit sunny, but the wind is very, very loud. So first to YT Slams in the comments, thanks so much for joining, mate. But yeah, it's very, very windy today. There is a bit of a storm here in the UK, so the wind is up a little bit. So I do apologise if the wind is coming through on the microphone a little bit in tonight's stream. Hey, how are you? Fleece is the best pogo player in the world. You really need to shorten that YouTube name every time you comment. Now, I did get sent a pretty cool Niantic hat today, which I'm wearing. Pretty cool. Got sent that through a post and it's been delivered today, so I'm wearing that as we speak. Very, very cool Niantic hat. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I got that storm going on as well. Wish you shiny luck. Yes. So of course tonight's Spotlight Hour live stream is featuring Swirlix. Now Swirlix is part of the current event, the Sweet Charms event, where we've got increased shiny chance of Swirlix and of Combi. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got an increased chance of Swirlix shiny tonight with the Spotlight Hour. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it still is increased shiny chance even in the wild. But we'll have to wait and see. Now there is 6 o'clock. So once we've fed this Gigantamax Lapras, we should hopefully have the Swirlixes appearing nearby. And what we'll also do is we'll put a couple of star pieces on to try and get the most Stardust as well. But first Swirlix check, no shiny. And second one, just before we go away from it, no shiny. So let's drop a couple of star pieces. And we'll do our daily adventure incense in the second half an hour. And see what we get from that as well. So I'm hoping that we get a few Swirlix today, shiny. I'm hoping, like I say, that shiny boost is continued over into the Spotlight Hour, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, it's a shame that it's not Combi Spotlight Hour, because I've had 10 shiny Combis and every single one of them are male, which is very, very frustrating. Of course, you do need a female to evolve Combi into Vesper Queen. And as you can see from this here, if we type in Vesper, you can see that all those shiny Combi, all 10 of them are male. None have that little triangle on the front face there. All of these are male, which is very, very frustrating. Female shiny Combi is definitely what I'm after. Yes, you can stack your star pieces like that. You can also do that with lucky eggs and also incense, I believe. So yeah, you can do that by clicking on the item at the side. So like for that instance, yeah, they did make that a feature about a year or so ago now. But I always go into the item bag and put 2 on because I'm just so used to doing that. But yeah, very, very good spot. You can actually do that, it's a lot quicker. Hey Flash, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Question? Fire away. If you've got questions, fire away. I'll try and answer any questions on the stream. And if I don't know the answer, I'll just tell you I don't know, instead of making something up. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Best way to get a legendary is, of course, from 5-star raids. It is currently Lugia at the moment. In the wild, the only legendaries that you can get in the wild are the Lake Guardians, Mesprit, Azelf and Uxie. And then, of course, off the daily adventure incense, you can get the Galarian bird. So you can get Zapdos, Galarian Articuno and Galarian Moltres off the daily adventure incense. That's the only way of getting them. Mesprit, Azelf and Uxie all depend on what region you're in, and they are very rare to find, but of course do have a 1 in 20 shiny chance when you do find them. So I'm still doing Rocket Go quest. Yeah, so of course you can get Giovanni has a legendary Pokemon as well when you face Giovanni towards the end. So when you have that super rocket radar and you can find Giovanni, you can hopefully get hold of a Shadow Dialga, I believe, at the moment. That's another way of getting a legendary. But yeah, the other ways are, of course, on tier 5 raids. Shiny Swirlix, let's go! We didn't have to wait long. Let's go. Shiny Swirlix. What about 151? In terms of the first gen, you mean? Smooth shiny. Yeah, smoothie shiny. It's like a little marshmallow, isn't it, Swirlix? I always think it looks like a little marshmallow. We should be able to claim those particles out. Just over 1,000 particles, and that's all of our particles collected today. So we could potentially do some Dynamax as well en route. How good was that Swirlix? Terrible. Of course, shinies in the wild are normally terrible. Very rare that you get a 3-star shiny in the wild. Any new hundos? I don't believe so. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we had a hundo Drillbur the other day. That was quite a nice one. It was really high CP as well, so I haven't powered this up. This is a CP that I found it, and then obviously it was Drillbur when I found it, and then I evolved it. I've been trying to get my first legendary. So all you need to be trying to do is trying to do the raids. Oh, not from a raids, right, okay. Yeah, so the only way of getting a legendary is, like I say, from the daily adventure incense. Rockets as well, yeah. But at the moment it's Dialga from Rockets. And obviously you can only obtain one of those. So we're off to a shiny start with Swirlix. Hopefully that's going to continue. Could you help me with a raid? The Lugia raid, do you mean? I haven't got any remote raid invites, unfortunately. I can invite you to one tomorrow, though, during the... during the raid hour. I can invite you to one tomorrow if you want. Or I might be able to invite you to one tonight if there's one about. There's a couple of mega raids near me. Yeah, so if I see a legendary raid, there's a couple of megas at the moment, but if I see a legendary raid during the spotlight hour, we could do one if you wanted. Have you already got me added in the game, or have you not yet added me? So Swirlix is really nice to do an excellent throw on. As you see, it's just whether it stays in a ball or not. Maybe you have to use great balls on some of these. Okay, I'll put my trainer code up on the screen in just a second. And then if you haven't got me added, you can add me. And if we find a Lugia raid, we can do it en route. That is, unless anybody wants to do a Mega Ampharos. Now we'll get rid of those tasks. We only want to keep the tasks in, which are the event tasks. So trainer code is up on the screen here, 760780708259. You can pause the video if you want to. You can pause the video now, and then you can catch up to where we are live afterwards while you add my trainer code. Or simply, you can just take a screenshot if you watch it on mobile. Just take a screenshot of the screen now, and then you can add me and then catch up to where we are live. Loads of Swirlix around here. Look at all these. One of these has got to be shiny, surely. If it is increased shiny odds, surely one of these has got to be shiny. So I think YT Slams has also just put my trainer code in the comments below as well. So thanks so much for that. Let's catch these Swirlix. Look how many Swirlix there is. That's incredible. Now last week we tried a little bit of a different route to what we normally did, and we got some really, really good spawns as well. So we may do that same route again. The only downside to that route is there wasn't many Pokestops, so there was loads of spawns but no Pokestops. So it's only a route we can do if we've got loads of Pokeballs in, of which, as you can see, over 1,000 Great Balls. So we've got plenty of Pokeballs. So we'll do the new route tonight, and you can let me know in the comments what you think of it with all the spawns. But at the moment, a very, very good start to it. Now, of course, the Swirlix and Combi event, it started on Sunday and it will finish tomorrow evening. So Wednesday evening at 8 PM local time. So that is when the shiny boosted for Swirlix and Combi will disappear. And of course, you can get those currently off the event tasks. So they're really easy to do, the event tasks, when you spin a Pokestop and you get a task with that event surrounding, like this one, send 2 gifts to friends. They are guaranteed to be either Swirlix or Combi. There we go, shiny, second shiny Combi. Sorry, second shiny Swirlix, should I say. Got Combi in my head now. Second shiny Swirlix, let's go. Look at that. It is such a nice shiny, to be fair. Swirlix is a very, very cool looking shiny. So we go, second shiny Swirlix, and again, terrible 0 star. We should have really guessed that. So we'll carry on a little bit further. And I'm just going to change a setting in my settings here to remember the last Pokeball. So whereabouts is that here? Advanced settings. There you go. Remember the last Pokeball. So now when we click on the Great Ball and we choose it into that, it will stay in the Great Ball here. I've just received a friend request from Flash. Thanks so much for that. No shinies around you at the moment. Check again in around about 10 minutes or so. The spawns will probably refresh by then. So if you're not moving it out and about at the moment, then checking in around 10 minutes or so. And of course, the spotlight hour is only 6 PM till 7 PM local time. So depending on what time zone you're in, you may not have all these Swirlix spawns as of yet. Loads and loads of Swirlix. Let's just try and catch up on a few of these. Not too bothered about catching them all, but catching a good amount and making sure to at least throw a Pokeball at one Pokeball at each of them, just so we can at least shiny check them, if not catch them. But of course, Stardust and XP is only obtained if you catch them. So that's why we like to try and catch them all. And that's the aim of the game, isn't it? Got to catch them all. Another excellent throw. So some of these are very, very high CP. You can tell that by the catch circle being red, which means it's hard to catch. Has a lower catch rate, depending on the colour of that circle, depending on the CP of a Pokemon. So when we see a red catch circle, like this one here, I believe, 825, there you go, it's going to be a lot harder to catch. So it's whether you want to spend all those Pokeballs trying to catch it, or whether you want to just chuck one and see what happens. We are very nice, excellent throws, but the reason I haven't put a lucky egg in is because of how difficult we are actually staying the ball. Swap into Ultra Balls for a couple of these, just to clear a couple out. And the Ultra Balls hopefully making a little bit easier work of it. Hey Yellow, how are you? It's been a while since we've seen Yellow. What's for dinner? I'm not too sure. Marshmallows by the looks of it. Swirlix looks like a bit like a marshmallow, so we're having marshmallows for dinner. And then obviously shiny one looks like a roasted marshmallow. I wonder if that was a design intent. Because when it's shiny, it definitely looks like a roasted marshmallow now I've said it. Eating crackers for lunch. Yeah, let's get some s'mores on the go. Marshmallow in between two crackers. Yellow, bring the chocolate. So what tasks do we get from here? We might as well try and pick up these Combi tasks if we can, or the Swirlix tasks, because of course we are still hunting for that shiny female Combi, but also if we do get a Swirlix, it's guaranteed to be task IVs, which is 2-star or above. I'm currently trying to get all the marshmallows I can, yes. I will bring the marshmallows in terms of Swirlix. I shall have about 500 by the time I'm done. I'll bring the firewood. This is classic. See, everyone's got a purpose. Everyone's got a job that they need to do. See, that's what you call teamwork. Send 2 gifts to friends. Got 2 of those now. You're having the most expensive job though. Why? Why am I having the most expensive job? What's the most expensive job? True, marshmallows are expensive, yeah, true. I will get the Charizard to light the fire. Yeah, don't let the Charizard's flame on its tail burn out. Else we'll have nothing. It'll be a Cubone without a fire. That's true. So you can see the spawns aren't too bad, even though there's no Pokestops around here. Normally the spawns are terrible where there's no Pokestops. But around here it seems okay. I might switch back into Great Balls. At least for a bit. Really hitting these Exxon throws. Such a nice Exxon throw to do. How many Shadow Shinies have I got? I'm not too sure, to be fair. Are we classing the Shadow Shiny raids as well? We're on some raids? Or just from the Rockets? No raids. Right, okay. Let me have a look. Shiny and Shadow. 54. And minus raid. 24. So 24 Shiny Shadows without raided ones. Some of them are really nice as well. Very, very cool Shiny Shadows. And that muck, when I got that muck, that was, obviously it was a Grimer, but 98 Shiny Shadow Grimer. Had to be level 50'd, even though I'm probably never going to use it, but it had to be. So cool. Yeah, so Shiny Shadow Marowak. There was an event where you could evolve a normal Cubone into an Alolan Marowak, and I think we did the same with Executor as well. You could evolve a normal Executor into an Alolan Executor. So I decided to use that event to get a Shiny Shadow Alolan Marowak, because I knew how rare it was going to be after that event. So yeah, that's why I did it during that event. I don't think we've ever brought that event back out again as well. I don't think there's ever been another event where you can evolve a Grime or an Executor into the Alolan forms. But we did do it every now and again. Well, we did it once in the past. So maybe for other Pokemon we might get the same at some stage. You know, for other Alolan Pokemon. So what research tasks have we got in? We've got send two gifts to friends. Let's do that. And can receive a gift. Let's send these out. Now also, I don't know if people have been keeping up to date with the news and the information, but there is actually another event currently going on in Indonesia, and the event surrounds a very cool looking costume Pikachu yet again, as you'd fully expect. Costume Pikachu having another costume, but this time it's wearing the Indonesia national team football t-shirt, which is super, super cool. And I have been doing a couple of remote raids of these. Once we get past all these Swirlix, it'd be easier for just typing Pikachu, wouldn't it? But let's have a quick look at these. And as you can see, it has got the little Indonesia national football team logo. No number or anything on the back, just a logo on the front, but looks very, very cute. Looks super cute. And of course, an Indonesia exclusive. I managed to get 10 so far from remote raids. I'll be doing a couple more tomorrow probably. And it is increased shiny chance as well, so I'm hoping to try and get a shiny. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to spend loads of money on remote raids just for a shiny Pikachu. But if it lands tomorrow, then it lands. I'm happy with that. But either way, to get an Indonesia exclusive Pokemon is pretty cool. I'm hoping that we do that for other football teams as well, because that is a very, very cool idea. Stuffle on the nearby. Was it? I don't know. Random Stuffle on the nearby. So a couple more excellent throws. This Pokestop normally brings quite a few spawns as well. And then it won't be long until we start that daily adventure Incense. Now I'll just check the raids up here. So we've got a couple of megas, we've got a 3-star as well, and we've got a 1-star raid. So I'll keep my eye out for a 5-star raid to see if we can do a Lugia on the stream as well. That'll be pretty cool. Right, so we've got another task we need to claim. That one's a Swirlix, but no shiny. Now, around about 500 CP is a hundo for Swirlix. Just over 500. And the hundo for Combi will be around about 214, something like that, from what I've experienced. Now, it was only a couple of weeks ago we had a shiny boosted Spotlight Hour with Feebas, if you remember. We had 5 shinies that night. Now, I don't think this is boosted quite to that same amount of level, or at least at the moment it isn't. We've only had 2 so far, but we are still only 26 minutes in, I suppose. So maybe it is around 1 in 64 Swirlix. Can we get more than 5 tonight? I'll have to wait and see. But it would be so cool to be able to get quite a few of these. Hopefully a decent one as well. Wouldn't mind a decent shiny Swirlix, because of course it's one of those that you have to make your buddy to evolve, and whenever I make anything my buddy, it has to be best buddied. So I don't really want me buddying a rubbish one. Hoping to try and get a decent one, whether it be from a research task or whether it be from the wild during a Spotlight Hour. So I think we're definitely getting more spawns going this way than we normally do. There's a few parts where we struggled to get any spawns for some part of it during the old route, but this new route definitely seems to be giving us spawns pretty much all the time, and then the odd occasional mass gathering. So it's 28 minutes past. What we'll do is, I know there's going to be a load of spawns up here because there normally is. So when we catch these spawns, then we'll start our daily adventure incense. And you can see them all of a sudden spawning. And of course, we do get increased spawns during spotlight hours and com days as well. So that is why you'll probably see more spawns around you than normal, because there is an increase in the spawn spots during these events. So we've had a pretty good couple of live streams over the past few days. We of course had shiny Dynamax Omanyte yesterday on our third battle during Max Monday. A very, very cool shiny Dynamax Omanyte. And then we also had 2 shiny Swirlixes tonight. But yesterday we also had a shiny Swirlix off for research as well, which was pretty cool during the Max Monday live stream. But as we said before, still no female Combi. We've only got one more day to get one as well, with these increased shiny odds. I know at some stage it'll be increased again, but it just seems the best chance to get one is at this moment in time. It's getting very, very windy. Just try and turn me back to the wind a little bit, just so it doesn't affect the mic quality. So are any of these Swirlix shiny before we start walking down the other way? Doesn't appear so. I think we've checked these ones already now up here. Perhaps not wanting to stay in the ball more than anything. So we'll start heading back down now. And like I say, we'll put that daily adventure incense on as well, just after this Swirlix. And we'll see if we can encounter a Galarian bird. Now, normally the daily adventure incense brings us additional Swirlix spawns during the spotlight hour, or whatever's featured during spotlight hour. He normally brings us the featured Pokemon spawns. But every now and again we do get a Galarian bird as well on the spotlight hour when we're doing these daily adventure incenses. So maybe that's today. Maybe we can encounter a Galarian bird. Now, a reminder, I've only ever had one shiny Galarian bird from the daily adventure incense, and that was Galarian Articuno. Not managed to see many more Galarian birds since that, and none have been shiny. So Let's see if today can change that. So make sure, if you haven't already, to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn that notification bell on. We are half an hour into the spotlight hour. We have 2 shinies so far, and we are hitting excellent throws quite easily on these Swirlix. They're just being a little bit of a pain to actually stay in the ball. You can only imagine how difficult they'll be if they were weather boosted during this hour. Luckily enough, they aren't. Of course, weather boost increases the level by 5, so making it a lot more harder to catch with them being a higher level. Another excellent throw. And another one that doesn't want to stay in the ball, I don't think. No. Mareep off the daily. Obviously feeling missed out. Now we're getting close to 35 million Stardust again. We were at 35 million. But we're getting close to building that back up again. We did spend a bit just powering up some Pokemon. We're getting close to replenishing that now. Rufflet off a daily. No shiny, but again another easy, excellent throw. Swirlix is being a real pain to catch tonight. Pokemon storage full. Let's clear out all these Swirlix. Keep the extra large ones, which are Grossy Flower and Trico. Don't mind chucking away extra large Trico. Bye, Marshmallow. Bye. Only 2 of them are roasted so far. Tiny Swirlix. So our buddy has found another candy. We're going to swap that out, and we're going to swap it out for a rather fitting Gengar. We've of course already best buddied this one, but today is actually my mate Jason's birthday, so it only feels right to bring out this buddy Pokemon today. of course, sadly passed away earlier this year, my mate did. So, but this was a Gengar he traded me, and we made it Shundo by using the bottle cap. So it only feels right to bring this out today. Very, very sorely missed. So let's get this little party hat Gengar out with us, and we may even mega it. Might as well mega it, haven't we? I think it's only right. Yeah, we'll mega it. We'll mega evolve it. A fitting tribute. Here we go. Mega evolve it. Oh, lovely Shundo Gengar. Sadly doesn't take its party hat with a Mega Evolution, but Shundo, thanks to that bottle cap. And there he is, just appeared on the map. Looks so, so cool. Shiny Swirlix, let's go. Third one of the evening, 6:40 p.m. We have 20 more minutes left to go. Can we get another 2 to match the Feebas count we had a couple of weeks ago? Another 0-star shiny, of course. Of course, it had to be another 0-star shiny. 3 shiny Swirlix. It is definitely boosted. We started off the spotlight hour saying, is it still boosted in the wild? It definitely is. 3 shiny Swirlix in the wild during the spotlight hour in the first 40 minutes. I would definitely say it's boosted. Perhaps 1 in 64. Similar to the Feebas we had a couple of weeks ago. Now, unlike Feebas, Feebas is, of course, permanently boosted. It's a perma-boosted shiny. So it's always boosted to 1 in 64. Swirlix is only boosted during this event, the event which finishes tomorrow evening. So it is only boosted until that event. Now, I mentioned Stuffle before on the nearby, and there we go. We've had a Stuffle off a daily adventure Incense. Trying to get in on the action. Such beautiful views, really, where I am at the moment. In fact, I'm going to show you these views by turning on my camera. Let's just show you these. Very, very cool views. Look at that. Super, super cool. Sometimes I do have to just stand and really take it in where I live. I'm lucky to live where I have. Very, very nice views. But enough of the views, we have Swirlix to catch. Yeah, it's very, very nice views. And it's another reason why I really love coming this way on the spotlight hours now. Like I say, we found this route a couple of weeks ago. We tried it last week on the spotlight hour. It worked really well, but we ran out of Pokeballs. So this week I'd restocked up on Pokeballs before spotlight hour. And again, the spawns have worked really well for us. Perhaps we need to have a look around and see if we can find stuff to add in as Pokestops on this route to try and get a few more Pokestops so that we can not lose out on so many Pokeballs. Perhaps that's the next plan, to try and walk this route when I'm not live, and to do some stop submissions to try and get some more in. That might be a good idea. Swadloon off the Incense. Swinub off the Incense. It's all, seems to be all the Pokemon starting with the letter S. We have Stuffle, Swadloon, Swinub, of course Swirlix. None of the glowing birds start with S though, that's frustrating. Oh, it's a Galarian Sarticuno. A Galarian Zapdos. Or a Galarian Saltrez. Yeah, none of those sound right. Sarticuno, yeah. I think that should be a Pokemon name, I do. Sarticuno. I'll tell you what, if I get a Galarian Articuno off this Daily Adventure Incense, it's being renamed to Sarticuno. That is happening. That is definitely happening. Because we're only getting Pokemon spawning off the Incense which start with a letter S. I don't think I've had one that isn't. Just realised I was 30 seconds behind stream. Oh look, it's a Sprigatito. What does that begin with? S. What is happening? Guess who's back? Eminem. Is Eminem back? No, it's Flash. Flash is back. Hey Flash. So what you've missed, Flash, is we've got three shiny Swirlix now. I don't know how many we had when you last left, whether we were on 2 or... Yeah, we've got 3 in total now. We just had one about 5 minutes ago. Don't know if we were on 1 or 2 when you left us before. But yeah, 3 so far. Really, really good shiny look, I must admit. I missed it. Don't worry. We'll get another one. We'll get another one just for Flash. Nickname. Yeah, what are we going to call these Swirlix? Think of a nickname for these Swirlix. I was going to say like cooked marshmallow, but I don't think you're going to be able to fit it all on. Has to start with the letter S. Yes, that is a rule. Marshmallow 1, Marshmallow 2, and Marshmallow 3. It could be a Smarshmallow. Marshmallow. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Stop looking edible. I don't know if that will fit, but that's awesome. Stop looking edible 2 and stop looking edible 3. Awesome. God, there's loads around here. Right, let's just catch these before we go too far. Sludge bomb. Shows you Gengar. The Gengar, that's me buddy. Is that the one you mean? He's super cool. Yeah, I will show you in just a second. Let me just try and find out where I'm up to with these marshmallows. Have we checked out one? We must have. No? I don't know. Right, from left to right. Yeah, loading. Yeah, it's currently like 98% loaded. It just takes ages when you get to 98%. Why is it that that's always the case? Whenever you're loading anything, 0 to 98 goes really fast, and then 98 to 100 is like decades. I think we just do it just so we're like, oh, it's close. Oh no, wait. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, it's always decades. Marshmallow. So many marshmallows. And none of them are cooked. Nobody's cooked these marshmallows, goddammit. Where is a camping stove? Where is a firewood? Where is a Charizard? Nobody set it up. S'mores inside. That's actually a really good nickname. Yes. S'mores insides. I'm going to have to see if that fits in a minute. Right, the Gengar, which I've currently got as my buddy, is my Shundo Party Hat Gengar. And it was given to me by a really good friend of mine who sadly passed away early this year. He was the only reason I really got into Pokemon, to be fair. So really super happy to get it off him. And like I say, I did use a bottle cap on it to make it into a Shundo because it only felt right, really. It was not only my favourite Pokemon of all time, not only the Pokemon I've always wanted to be a Shundo, but also given to me by a very close friend who sadly passed away. So very sentimental. And of course today, like I mentioned before, today is his birthday, sadly, and I didn't feel like I should have anything else as my buddy once we'd done that Lapras. It was definitely worth getting that out and Mega Evolving it and having it walking around with us during the live stream. Just a nice little tribute to a very good man. Now we need to see if S'mores Inside fits in the nickname, because that is such a cool nickname. Jason Snack. That's if we get a fourth one. We've got 8 more minutes to do so. 8 more minutes to get a fourth one, if we are to get one. Yeah, like I say, it does look like a cooked marshmallow. It does look super cool. S'mores and delicious. To be honest, it's been years since I've had like roasted marshmallows. I'm really starting to think that I want them now. Like I want to go buy a bag of marshmallows now, because we've been talking about it for like an hour. I really want to go buy a bag of marshmallows and just cook them. S'mores, best nickname. Yeah, it is a very good one again. It's been years since I've had marshmallows, man. Oh my god, it's been years. Yeah, I'm really getting into them again now. It's just all good, isn't it? You know, when you cook marshmallows, they're just so nice. Nothing like Spotlight Hour to make you really, really hungry, is it? Spent the whole of Spotlight Hour talking about food. More precisely, marshmallows. Yeah, perhaps I do need to get some. I might go shopping tomorrow, just purposely to go get some. Five more minutes left. Can we get number 4 of the evening? And is there any Luger rays about? Yes, there is, but not until 37 minutes, which is a little bit disappointing. Come on, Smalls, where are you? Give me some s'mores shinies. God, it's a tongue twister, that is. Some s'mores shinies. Unknown N has fought hard and returned. Well, I'll tell you what, we will take this shiny wiggle off here, because shiny wiggle not only looks cool, but it's really annoying that I don't have one. So this is going, and I will instead put my shiny unknown on here. How do you like me now? Shiny and unknown. Let's put an L on. Take the L. Take the L. Can I fit on any more gyms after that? Yes, got one more space. That's also completed another task, of which is a Combi, but a male one. Glad to see that that's not shiny. Three more minutes remaining. 3 more minutes of a Spotlight Hour. Oh, shiny off the Incense as well. Let's go, number 4. Can we? Can we get another one and level with Feebas? 1 star. We're getting slightly better on the IVs. We've got a 1 star now. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're just literally going to shiny check some of these now. Because we're just walking a little bit too much to go back. 15 attack, yeah. It's worth level 50 and just because of that. Now, can we finish on another shiny? Can we get another shiny? And get 5 in total. We may be asking a bit too much, but still we'll try. Incense. Surely we must be into the last minute very, very shortly. There it is, less than 60 seconds remaining. Is there any more shinies? Any more to be found down here? There's 4 near us, 5 near us. Did we check that one? I don't know if we did. Let's check that one. There's another one behind the stop. Let's spin the stop. Oh no, what have I done? Close the game down. Off the incense, off the incense, incense. No. Any more for any more? Oh, I just clicked on that one, but it turned 7 o'clock. Wow, okay. So we actually ended the night on four shinies, which was really, really good going. One of the best spotlight hours we've had, and of course it is all down to that event that's currently on, the Sweet Charms event with Combi and Swirlix boosted. So let's have a quick look at these Swirlix, and also to see if we've got any 4 stars. So, and 4 star, no shiny today. We had one a while back in 2023. So that is a while back, over 2 years ago now. But let's have a quick look and see shiny, and of course recent. There we go. We had another one yesterday during yesterday's live stream, and then we've had 4 more today. So these ones weren't from a research task like that one yesterday, so slightly worse IVs, a lot of them 0 star in fact, and that last one was a 4 star. I was hoping for a 4 star, but no, a 1 star was that last one, but full attack as well, like we mentioned before. Now let's have a quick look and see if s'mores insides fits here. So s'mores insides, inside. I can do s'mores inside. Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for s'mores inside. No shiny glaring Farfetch. So one last thing to do as well on the live stream. We've got 21 seconds to go on the daily. I forgot about the daily. Can we get one more spawn off a daily? Let's have a quick look and see if we can. And then we'll also just check campfire. There we go, one more spawn, and it's a nose pass, annoyingly. Yeah, that'll be a bit too long, I would say. S'mores Blizzard. I would say that's a bit too long. Blizzy. We could do Blizzy. Shiny. Definitely could do Blizzy. Like that. Is that how you put it? Yeah, awesome. We'll call on Blizzy. And then YT Slams, I gotta go. Oh right, okay. I don't know if YT Slams is still here or whether he's gone. But I'm gonna call one for YT slams, I'm going to call one. I gotta go. Because that was the last thing he said in the chat. Did he mention anything when we were saying sludge bomb? We can go sludge bomb for YT slams. Let's see if sludge bomb suits. There we go. Sludge bomb. That could be YT slams. That could be a suggestion. So let's just have a quick look and see if on Campfire we have got any nearby Lugia raids. So I don't think we're signed in on this. No, unfortunately we're not. So looking at the raids down there, nothing seems to be Lugia except for this one here in 33 minutes. So I won't stay on the live stream until this hatches, but what I may do is I may try out a live stream on TikTok. So if anybody wishes to tune in on that, my TikTok is Danzo Biggins, the same as my YouTube, and we actually got over 50 followers yesterday on TikTok because we only just started the TikTok account a few weeks ago, and we got over 50 followers, which means we can actually now do live streams on TikTok, which is super cool. And if anybody does want an invite, Flash says he wants an invite, so that's fine. If anybody does want an invite to this Lugia when it hatches in 33 minutes, let me know in the comments now, or you can tune in to the live stream when we do it on TikTok and see how we get on, because of course I want to try out the live stream on TikTok. I want to see what it's all about and see how it works compared to YouTube. So it would be a good experiment to do with us doing a raid. So see if you can tune into that, but if you can't, I will definitely invite you, Flash. If anybody else wants an invite, let me know in the comments down below on this YouTube live stream, and I'll pick up on those comments before we do this raid. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Not a bad spotlight hour, 4 shinies, no hundos, but 4 shiny Swirlix. Hopefully everyone's had a good spotlight hour, and thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much for your likes, your comments, and also if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. We will be live again later on in the week. We've got Hatch Day on Munchlax Hatch Day on Saturday, so we may go live for that during the Hatch Day. It is 6 hours long, but we won't be live for the whole 6 hours. We'll be live for some of it, so keep an eye out on the channel for when we go live for that. And then of course on Sunday we have a Origin raid day, so we have Dialga and Palkia on raids that day. So we won't be live again for that, but we'll do a results video so you can see how I've got on during that raid day. So loads to come on the channel. Make sure to stick around, like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.